Brigitte Macron, Emmanuel Macron, President of France's wife, was accused first by French journalists and then by my friend Candace Owens, who's one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Yeah, she's
very
incredible.
smart.
She's incredible.
And everyone's always, Candace Owens, a hater. Candace Owens is the opposite of a hater, but she's a very kind person. But she comes out and she's like, I will wager my professional credibility on the claim that Macron's wife is actually a man. And I was like, Candace Owens, I love you, but I think this is too...
Okay.
Candace Owens just lit a fire, claiming she's sitting on real medical records of Brigitte Macron, and she's saying they prove France's First Lady went through a gender change before tying the knot with President Emmanuel Macron. She's not moving quiet about it, not at all. Instead of keeping her cards close, she's tossing hints out like party confetti, making sure the whispers spread from Paris cafes all the way to TikTok feeds. And the timing? Couldn't be worse for the Macrons. They're already dragging her into a U.S. courtroom for defamation. But instead of cooling off, Candace is walking in like she owns the room, practically daring them to swing back. If she really has those receipts, this could flip their whole legal case upside down. But if she's bluffing, she might have just handed the Macrons the easiest win and the biggest payout of their entire careers. Either way, she's stirring up chaos, and the internet is eating up every single crumb of drama. But here's the wild twist. This didn't just pop up out of nowhere. Candace has been playing this game for years. This wasn't a random slip in some interview. She's been sliding it into conversations, dropping cryptic do-your-research tweets, and making sure the rumor never fully disappeared. Now it feels like she's finally ready to push it straight off the edge, and people can't look away. It all blew up when Candace started digging into old French gossip, claiming Brigitte was actually born as someone named Jean-Michel Trogneux. She pushed it like it was some kind of open secret. Even though Brigitte has denied it from day one, French outlets called it flat-out fake, critics rolled their eyes. But Candace, she went full throttle. On one of her live streams, you can hear her straight up say, "These claims aren't outlandish at all," adding that people have been whispering about it for years. And that's where things got crazy. Candace refused to let the rumor fade away. She made it one of her trademark battles, hammering it home on stage, repeating it in interviews, and throwing it into live streams, pulling millions of views. This wasn't background chatter anymore. She turned it into part of her brand. Every time she mentioned it, her supporters went wild, and her haters got even louder. By mid-2025, Candace had dragged the rumor from small-town whispers to a full-blown movement. That's when the Macrons finally snapped and hit her with a lawsuit in Delaware. And it wasn't some light paperwork either. We're talking 22 counts of defamation, identity theft claims, and even accusations that she was fueling straight-up dangerous conspiracy theories. Most people would have hit the brakes, maybe offered a weak apology just to calm things down. But Candace? No chance. The same day the lawsuit landed, she jumped on her podcast like it was nothing, laughing it off and saying, "Thanks for the free publicity." In that clip, you can actually hear her double down, bragging that nobody believed her when she claimed Brigitte was a man, and now she swears the whole world owes her an apology. And here's where the whole thing flips. Candace isn't just teasing anymore. She's hinting that she's finally ready to pull back the curtain on what she's been hiding all along. But first, let's break down this lawsuit because it's not some slap-on-the-wrist case. Emmanuel and Brigitte Macron went all in, dropping one of the most detailed defamation suits Delaware has seen in years. The accusations are explosive. The Macrons say Candace is spreading lies that could wreck Brigitte's reputation worldwide. The filing accuses her of pushing fake identity theft stories, peddling bogus gender records, and even tossing shade on their marriage. And here's the kicker. The Macrons aren't just chasing a check. They want the court to shut her down completely, banning her from ever bringing it up again. And this isn't just gossip blogs stirring the pot anymore. Major outlets jumped on it. CNN even ran a full breakdown of the lawsuit, pointing out how Candace went so far as to claim the couple might be related. The deeper you look, the uglier this whole mess gets. But instead of keeping her head down, Candace is spinning the lawsuit into her own publicity stunt. Every time her lawyers file a response, she pops online dropping cryptic hints about truth bombs and secret receipts she's about to unleash.
We won.
That is what I should tell you right at the top here. Piers Morgan, you owe me something like $150,000 US. I'd like to shout out especially all my haters here right at the top who didn't believe me when I was all like, Brigitte Macron is a man. And instead they decided to go with the mainstream media, the narrative that was just, Candace is unhinged, Brigitte Macron won for defamation. Well, that's no longer a thing. Because guess what? The journalist that she went after, 2 of them, they beat Brigitte in court. They have been acquitted in the higher court ruling. I'll tell you all about that. It's just been a bad day, bad week, bad month, bad year for the Macrons, actually. So it's amazing.
And in her mind, those so-called medical records she keeps teasing, that's her ace card, the one she swears will silence everybody once and for all. According to Candace, these so-called documents list a completely different birth name, a different gender marker, and even details about surgery. Now let's be real clear. This is her claim. Brigitte Macron has denied it over and over, and French officials have stamped the rumors as totally false. But Candace? She's parading around like she's holding the ultimate smoking gun the world's been waiting for. And she doesn't stop there. In one podcast clip, she doubled down hard, pointing out what she swears proves her point, claiming there isn't a single wedding photo or authentic throwback from 30 years ago showing Brigitte even existed back then. If those papers are real, that means someone somehow dug them up from deep inside French bureaucracy. And that's no easy heist. But if they're fake, then Candace is playing with flames that could torch her completely in court. Either way, she's stretching the suspense, feeding the mystery, and keeping the buzz burning nonstop. And the internet's reaction has been pure chaos. Right now, the crowd is split straight down the middle. Half of them swear Candace just dropped the final proof, while the other half is ready to watch her get dragged in front of a judge. One viral comment nailed it perfectly. Candace didn't defame Brigitte. She just broke the unspoken rule: never question the powerful. And that's exactly the kind of energy fueling her fan base right now. To her fans, Candace is being hyped up as some fearless truth teller, finally pulling back the curtain on elites who never get checked. But not everyone's in it for the politics. Plenty of people are just here for the messy spectacle. One fan even wrote, "I damn near died when she said, 'I'm being sued by the First Lady man.'"
And today, I have been sued by the First Lady man of France. So let's just go, guys. Let's just go. Welcome back to Candace. You are officially a very goofy man, Brigitte. But I gotta give it to you, you've definitely got balls. Fire everybody around you, and I mean literally everyone around you who told you that this was a good idea.
That one line blew up timelines for hours. Then you got the practical crowd cutting through the noise, people begging for the circus to end. One sharp comment laid it out plain. This is simple. Get a DNA test done. And honestly, that's the mood a lot of folks are rolling with right now. Like her or loathe her, nobody's looking away, because if Candace really drops those so-called records for the world to see, this won't just be another trending topic. It'll explode into global headlines. Brigitte's image isn't just personal, it's tied to the French presidency, France's global reputation, and even Emmanuel Macron's own credibility. And remember, this is a marriage that's already been picked apart for years. The massive age gap, the teacher-student history, and the endless whispers that never died down. Add a scandal like this on top, and suddenly it's not just gossip anymore. It's a full-blown national drama. Candace knows exactly how to twist the blade too. In one clip, she leans in with full mockery, calling it the hot teacher story, and even laughing that the age gap makes it a straight-up, perverted story. Here's the cold truth. What Candace is playing with isn't just bold, it's straight-up risky.
Realize these are not outlandish allegations. These are not allegations coming from the quote-unquote far right or the quote-unquote far left. These are not allegations that are coming from deep on a Reddit feed, okay? This is the reality. It is a couple in reality that has been involved in way too many philic scandals, okay?
Dropping private medical records, even if she swears they're authentic, could smash into some of the toughest legal walls out there. We're talking violations of privacy laws, possible criminal charges, and lawsuit penalties so heavy they could make her regret ever hitting upload. But in her eyes, that's part of the war. In another clip, she flat out said the Macrons are demanding receipts, emails, conversations, anything to prove she's not bluffing. And instead of easing up, she's daring them to push even harder, almost like she wants the fight. And if you've tracked Candace even for a second, you know this isn't her first time tossing a grenade into the middle of a storm. Her entire career has been built on saying the things other people won't. Or depending on who you ask, the things other people are too smart to say. Remember when Candace set the internet on fire by suggesting Michelle Obama was secretly trans? Or when she accused Brittany Griner of faking her gender just to play in the WNBA? She even came after Meghan Markle, calling her a professional victim and claiming she staged parts of that explosive Oprah interview. The playbook never changes. Candace drops a wild claim, people demand proof, she doubles down, and then the saga drags out for weeks because she keeps feeding it piece by piece. But this time, the stakes are on a whole different level. She's not just coming after a celebrity or an athlete, she's targeting the First Lady of France. And once you step into political territory, especially one tied directly to the presidency, you're not just dealing with online critics. You're staring down serious firepower. Right now, everything hangs on one burning question. Will Candace actually release these so-called medical records? Or is this just another slick tease to keep herself in the spotlight? She keeps dropping hints that the release is coming sooner than people think. And if she really follows through, this won't just be trending drama. It'll explode into international news within minutes. So what's it gonna be? Is Candace about to cross that line for real, or is she setting up the biggest bait and switch of her career? Like, subscribe, share, and drop your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.